IFWY, we are the brand. And today, we bring in some reactions to cops who arrest the wrong person. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it happens. It happens in life. So you got to be careful and be mindful, all that. IFWY, we are the brand. Come on now. You already know what it stands for. But for the content, I'm friends with you. I'm family with you. But I fuck with you. That's what it stands for. And we stand on business. And so we about to jump into this reaction.
For error in their job, having to deal with life or death situations daily. But what happens when the cops mess up and accidentally arrest the wrong person?
Time to get paid.
Get up, put your hands on the car.
Starting with the controversial case of Patrick Mumford. Patrick was just getting back home when two officers confronted him, claiming there were warrants out for his arrest. What the cops didn't realize, though, is that the warrants were for a completely different man, but this didn't seem to bother them.
Well, what's your name? I'm going to ask you one more time. We probably need to talk to you.
What's your name?
Ashley. Stand up. Turn around, put your hands in the car. What happened?
Patrick is justifiably nervous here after suddenly being confronted by multiple police officers, but still manages to give the cops his name. However, they decide that they don't believe him, and instead of asking for an ID or trying to confirm his identity in any way, they immediately decide to do this instead.
What I do? Man, what I do? Y'all ain't telling me what I do, man. You got a warrant. He just came back from his probation officer.
Man.
I got taser. You coming out? You coming out? Come out.
Get your hands out now. You got 3 seconds. Hold on, man. 3 seconds.
Do not reach.
Get up and put your hands on the car. Show me the warrant.
Come out.
Show me the warrant.
2.
Show me the warrant. All right, take it.
Move. You coming out or not? Come out. You got a warrant. You better get out of the car. 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 Move, Fox, move.
Damn. Fuck
It took just 38
Friday.
seconds from the police making first contact to giving the order to tase him. According to the cops, Patrick was given numerous reasonable opportunities to comply with officers, but because of his resistance, they were left with no choice but to stun him. But even after being tased and detained...
And see, I know his pain because he on probation, he still got fucked over because when they say when they be when any officer come that you need to give them, I mean, he did give him his name and everything, but you know, when it come down to that probation shit, it's fucked.
The cops still aren't finished roughing Patrick up.
Something was going on, man. Just stop me, man.
He keeps reaching for his back.
Ah!
Quit resisting. I got it, guys. Just search whatever he's going for.
The cops search Patrick to try and find whatever he was reaching for, assuming he was hiding a weapon of his own. But predictably, they find nothing other than his wallet. This would end up being a blessing for Patrick, though, as inside his wallet, the cops found his ID.
I just seen this fucking lady.
Patrick Mumford.
This lady not gonna tell me that I got a warrant. I just seen her.
Here's the deal, dude.
How long I had a warrant?
I don't know if you got a warrant, because you're not who I'm looking for. But here's the deal.
Yeah.
When we ask you for ID, because you look a lot like the person we're looking for, you give us ID. And when you start this whole fighting nonsense, dude, all you had to do is give me this.
But the way you came up asked me out of nowhere.
Remember, the cops never once asked for
never
Patrick's
asked for no
ID during
ID.
the initial interaction. In a later report, the cops also stated that they were worried he was reaching for a weapon when he was shuffling back in the car. So, do you think they would have been okay with him reaching into his back pocket for his wallet? He wasn't given any chance to correctly identify himself, but now the cop is patronizing him and saying he caught a case he didn't need to get. And above all, he's still being manhandled and forced onto the hood of their patrol vehicle.
What's the guy name?
Is there someone here to stay here that looks like you? Think about it.
Hey, Jack. Yeah. Guess what he's looking for?
Tell him. Who does he look a lot like?
I don't know.
He knows who it is.
So who is it?
Michael?
He is not Michael.
Okay, I know that now.
Oh, they thought it was my son?
Yes.
Really? They don't even look nothing alike?
And then besides that,
the pictures that we got, they look exactly.
Oh, wow. I'm looking at that picture.
Once you take your hand off that nigga's shirt.
For the record, this is the man they're looking for. It's difficult to draw even a single similarity in appearance, but the cops apparently saw so many that they were comfortable with discharging a weapon at Patrick. Patrick was initially charged with obstruction and violating probation, and was fixed to lose his job and position at college. Thankfully, though, an internal investigation was launched into the 4 officers on the scene, and it was concluded that they didn't follow proper procedure. All 4 of the officers were suspended, and Patrick was awarded with a settlement of $100,000. But David Wiggins' story doesn't have such a happy ending. He was pulled over and forced out of his vehicle with not so much as a second thought from the police, but they failed to realize he too was the completely wrong guy.
Hands out the window! Take your right hand, open the door. Get on the ground. On the ground. Did you just run from me? Sir Craig? All right, put your hands behind your back.
David was put into cuffs and left on the ground at gunpoint after cops mistook him for a suspect. Apparently, the guy they were looking for had just fled them in a similar car with a similar license plate, and the cops pulled David over assuming it was the same vehicle. It's an understandable mistake, but realistically, the cops should have double-checked the plate as soon as they lost line of sight. Instead, they decided to wait until David was on the ground, handcuffed, and at gunpoint before even attempting to confirm he was their guy.
You good?
Hell no, we ain't good.
You have a good one, okay? I'm sorry about that.
David was offered little other than an apology for the whole ordeal and was sent on his way after being correctly identified as the wrong guy. But that wasn't enough for David, and in July of 2023, decided to file a lawsuit against the city of Marion, claiming gross negligence, civil assault, battery, and false imprisonment. In the complaint, David alleges that he was forced to endure 3 minutes handcuffed on the ground with a gun to his head, not knowing if the next second would be his last. He also notes that the apology was a mockery. As of this video's upload, the case is still ongoing. However, when this cop in Florida was faced with the same situation, he managed to show exactly how you should handle it.
I'm not trying to get shot over this. Do you really think we want to be out here killing people?
A deputy in Volusia County was looking for a burglar when he stumbled upon Joseph Griffin, a man who he said perfectly matched the description.
There is a burglary that happened. You kind of fit the description. Let me just make sure that you're not him, okay? All right.
I'm a vet. I have my ID.
Okay. Can I see your ID? Yeah. You literally, they said white tank top, black shorts, and they said that you had a beard. All right. So I'm not saying it's you, but it was a black male. Again, not saying it's you, buddy.
This cop is obviously aware of how difficult this very interaction can be, especially if it turns out he's not who he's looking for. So he approaches him politely and attempts to resolve the situation rather than escalate it.
He came at him a little bit different.
Because you fit the description. I'm not saying you're guilty, but my sergeant's telling me to detain you. That's my sergeant.
I got you. I just had a daughter born 2 days ago, so I just have this on live.
It's live?
I'm not trying
Do you mind setting it down here? Right. Just for now, I'm gonna detain you. Look, you're not under arrest. I'm detaining you right now because you fit the description, okay? Just hang tight for me, okay, buddy?
Joseph respectfully informs the cop that he's live streaming the interaction for his...
But the thing is how the police came at him. See, now he was just ran up onto him like some LA cops and just threw his ass on the ground and shit. Now that would have been different. He gonna react to the shit different. He came at him a little bit different. Like, look, this what it is. All I need to do is just run a little shit. Now, okay, I understand that. Now, if you didn't do nothing, like I know if I didn't do nothing, oh, here you go, officer, because I know I'm about to get on about my business. You know what I'm saying? Now, you prolong it, yes, it's going to be a problem.
His own safety before being detained. He's also told that he's not under arrest and not being charged with anything. They just don't want to give him the opportunity to run should he end up being the suspect.
We're not saying it's you, but you fit the description. That's why I'm detaining you. If it's not you, we're going to cut you loose and you're free to go, okay? But I just want you to see through us why,
7 cop cars, so hey, everything going on is just a little bit scary.
Yep.
You're good, man.
This is it was a burglary. It's a burglary. It's serious. It's not a joke.
So you got these guys that are getting ready to go home, and we're coming in. So that's why you have so many.
The cops are doing their best to put Joseph at ease, but you can still imagine how stressful of a situation this would be. He's doing a good job at staying respectful and composed, but you can definitely still tell he's on edge.
We appreciate you being very cooperative. Other people would just.
I'm not trying to get shot over this.
You ain't gonna get Seriously, do you really think we want to be out here killing people? Do you honestly think that?
I'm a military police.
Like I said, brother, I've been in the same boat.
After just 10 minutes of waiting, they hear back from the witness who had just received a picture of Joseph.
So good news for you. The witness is saying that the clothes you're wearing and all that doesn't fit the description. It's called a show up. So we got a picture. Again, he's gonna run it through, make sure it's not you, and from what it looks like, buddy, you'll be out of here, okay?
A show-up is a method of identification where a witness is presented with a single suspect and simply asked if that's their guy. It's also worth mentioning that when looking for a suspect at large, police will only receive a quick rundown of the suspect's appearance. Adding extra details launched his own lawsuit against the Grand Junction Police Department. But as of this video's upload, the investigation is still ongoing. Check out Aaron's channel linked below for updates on the situation.
Sorry about that, buddy. You know what I'm saying? IFWY, we are the brand, and we out.